Good morning. So this reading is going to be for Wednesday, January 17th, and we are just getting closer and closer to some of these major energy shifts that are going to take place by the end of the month. And so let's see what shows up in the readings. I'm actually getting two for this one. Let's see where we're going. Okay. So looking here, bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. So I love to see the Queen of Cups showing up because this indicates that you're prioritizing yourself. This is the card of self-love. This is really making sure that your own emotional needs are being met. It's not about somebody else. It's about you right now. So you're very focused on yourself in a really positive way. And I will say that we have a lot of fives showing up here. So we are absolutely in the midst of some major changes happening. So in the past position, Five of Cups, so change in perspective for sure. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. So we've got a closing of a chapter here. The 10s do indicate that closure. So 5 of Cups, we have a change in perspective with the 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. It could be the way that you viewed past relationships. Maybe it was either all work or it was all play, or it was something along the lines of, it was just the way that you were in prior relationships. It was almost like an all or nothing type of energy is probably the best way for me to describe what I'm feeling, where you either had to be all in and spend all of your time with this person, or you were all out and you were focused on something else. And it was almost to the point where you would view relationships as some sort of burden that just wasn't worth the energy anymore. But you're changing your perspective on here because we've got that 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, and they feel like opposite extremes here. And then you've got the 5 of Cups that would be sitting in the middle of the two energies, and it's trying to help you balance, like, well, no, I mean, everybody is at some point is going to have some sort of work or some sort of responsibilities they need to take care of. But then you also have to make time for the relationship itself, or it's never going to turn into something, or it's never going to really evolve into what you're looking for. And so again, all past energy here. And so just a lot of change has been taking place. Current energy, and then I'll get to those two cards in a second. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. So there could be somebody here from your past that's returning, or maybe somebody that you just look fondly upon from the past. Maybe you've known this person for a while. Could be something along those lines. But it does feel like almost like the lessons that you've learned about how you approach relationships and everything else. It's almost like you're taking everything kind of back to those, okay, my first relationship was like this, and I kind of went into it without expectations. I kind of went into it with, okay, I'm going to give it what I have. And it's almost like you're kind of coming back to that type of energy as you move forward. Instead of incorporating all the baggage, incorporating all of the kind of those triggers, really taking that step back and saying, I'm going to do things differently when I go ahead and make that offer to somebody else. Because that Knight of Cups is based on knowledge and experience. But looking at the 6 of Cups here, because they are kind of looking at each other, it is about really maybe remembering how you were initially with relationships. What is it that you're trying to do? What is your goal when it comes to relationships? In this position, I had two cards that wanted to come out, and I'm not surprised at all. 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. So it's about putting those obstacles and challenges behind you. That's exactly what this is. We have the 5 of Cups in the past, so that is that change in perspective. With the 5 of Wands, it's the obstacles and challenges. But with the 5 of Pentacles here, that 5 of Pentacles says, leave it out in the cold. You can completely walk away from this situation. It is not going to repeat itself. You've already learned the lessons that you need to learn from it. Might be easier said than done when I look at the future. So Hanged Man, so this is, again, like seeing things from a different perspective. Might be some delays connected to it, but really the idea here is that you are able to take that 30,000 foot view, that you're not just looking at all the details and getting so caught up in all the details of the daily stuff, meaning your responsibilities, your love life, and just, oh my gosh, all of this is a chore. This is really about giving you that high level perspective to say, well, what really matters? What do I prioritize? What can I let go of? That's that Hanged Man energy. 9 of Wands, and so your guard is up a little bit here. Page of Pentacles, and so it does feel like, because this is all taking a little while to unfold, and that Hanged Man energy is definitely connected to this 9 of Wands, what this indicates to me is that you're really not going to have any progress forward while you're sitting in this Hanged Man energy. And it's because you're trying to see things from a different perspective. You're trying to behave differently when it comes to your approach to relationships. And so what you're going to do is keep people at arm's length. You're not really going to be that open and available. I'm going to go with this deck. So let's get some additional information. Tell me about the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands. With the Five of Pentacles, or Five of Cups, I'm getting the Ace of Pentacles here. So Five of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, that change in perspective is about how you approach relationships. What kind of offer do you make to another person? Because that Ace of Pentacles is about the offer of a commitment. It's definitely the start of something new. Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles. And so what you're doing is really kind of putting more of that stability into this connection and the way that you approach relationships in general. So if this is an existing connection, what do I need to do to make it more stable, more grounded? That's the Pentacle energy. It's a very mature energy. With the Ten of Wands, I'm getting the Six of Cups. And so kind of on the flip side of that, where we had the King of Pentacles adding stability into that Ten of Cups, that heart space, what I have happening here is the Six of Cups with the Ten of Wands. It's about, okay, yeah, you're going to have responsibilities. You're going to have things that maybe at times just weigh heavily on you. You're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, but don't lose sight of just having fun and enjoying being in a relationship. That's what that Six of Cups represents. And it actually takes us right into this Six of Cups here. So let's see what additional, how about the Knight of Cups? Tell me about the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles here. Yeah. So with the Six of Cups, I'm getting the Ten of Cups. So I'm getting a lot of synergy here. I'm getting a very clear message around making sure that your heart space, just your emotional needs are being met, but also at the same time, understanding, okay, that's not an in the moment thing, that there is a longevity component to this. And so how do you keep that going long term? What kind of effort and just kind of plan do you have? You have to have some sort of plan here. Because if you continue to let burdens and responsibilities hold you back from having the relationship you want, you're never going to get the relationship you want. And so what is it that you're trying to do? What are you trying to change about your entire situation here in order to be able to go after exactly what you want? Because with this Knight of Cups, I am getting the Five of Wands and the Three of Cups. And so it's about really understanding all of these obstacles and challenges as they present themselves. Again, this is another change card. Five of Wands is now out here twice. But with the Three of Cups, it is about really seeing the light side of things, the positive side of things, that if you're going to continue running into those barriers, what is it that you need to change about them in order to get that happiness that you want? With that Knight of Cups energy, what kind of offer are you trying to make? How do you overcome some of these obstacles and challenges? Because this is Five of Wands and it's very connected to this Ten of Wands. And so how do you maybe alleviate some of these burdens? How do you kind of limit the impact to your relationship? Like, is it that you compartmentalize and you say, you know what, I only work during these hours and I will not work outside of those hours because I want to devote time to this relationship? Or is it something along the lines of, this is temporary and it's going to be done by this date, and then after that, I'm not going to give it another thought? Like, kind of think through and really come up with some sort of strategy on how to handle and kind of balance, because right now it feels a lot like you're trying to balance just your day-to-day responsibilities with the type of love life and romantic life that you're searching for. And with this Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, I got the Star. And so Aquarius energy, again, we're going into Aquarius season here very soon on the 20th. And so that is also when Pluto and the Sun both move into Aquarius. But this is about healing. This is about healing and going after exactly what you want. So that's what's changing here. So this all feels like it's going to change very soon. One more. With the Hanged Man, I'm getting the Two of Pentacles. And so kind of along the lines of what I was just saying here, that 30,000 foot view is of your daily life. It is about prioritizing, making time for everything, kind of finding that balance that you need to balance. What is it that you need to balance in your life? What are these responsibilities? Because it's coming through again with these responsibilities. So is it, and I keep going back to working a lot. Like, what hours are you keeping versus what did you think you were signing up for when you started this position? Kind of along those lines. 9 of Wands, 4 of Swords, not a surprise here. So because you're trying to understand exactly what you need to cut back on in order to make room for this in your life, you are kind of taking a hiatus. You are kind of taking that step back, keeping people at arm's length, giving yourself that opportunity to really understand and just be able to move forward in a better way. With the Page of Pentacles, I'm getting the Queen of Swords. So I do like the Queen of Swords. I love the artwork in this deck. This one specifically, she comes across as a very unemotional, very detached person. And so when it comes to the lessons that you've learned, there's going to be things that you just don't need anymore. And so that Queen of Swords says, that's great. We're going to let them go. We're not going to keep that around. There's no need to kind of hold on to things that just don't work for us anymore. I do love that energy. So this is the reading for Wednesday. I hope this resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.